reflection, reasoning, and deception. Despite his initial reservations about the concept of thinking, Nietzsche eventually acknowledged its usefulness, just as he did with the concept of the soul. He recognized its limitations, but also its value as a tool for the preservation of life. According to Nietzsche, the only reason to acquire knowledge is to aid in this endeavor. He believed that morphology, the study of form and structure, illustrates how the senses, nerves, and brain develop in response to the challenge of finding nourishment. Will III, 494. For Nietzsche, knowledge, like the concepts of good and beautiful, had a strictly anthropocentric and biological significance. In other words, knowledge serves to enhance the power and sustainability of a particular species by enabling them to grasp reality in a consistent and calculable manner. This predictability and constancy in knowledge help reduce fear of the unknown and support survival, as humans cannot live in doubt of all essential values. Therefore, Nietzsche concluded that it is essential to hold something to be true, even if it is not necessarily true, as long as it can serve as a useful foundation for behavior. Will III, 507. The central feature of thinking, as Nietzsche defined it, is the process of incorporating new information into existing frameworks of knowledge. This process involves making equal what is new, or adjusting new material to fit within familiar patterns of thought. Will III, 499. Therefore, knowledge is nothing more than the reduction of something strange to something familiar. Gay v. 355. In Nietzsche's view, the usefulness of a concept or knowledge, such as the law of causality, lies in its practical applicability rather than its objective truth. Will III, 497. The development of logic, which Nietzsche described as a user's manual for thinking, is rooted in the herd instinct and the desire for mutual agreement and dominion. Will III, 509. Logic is based on accepting assumptions that may not correspond to objective reality, such as the equality of things or the identity of the same thing at different points in time. Such assumptions may not be true, but they can still be useful, and an uncritical acceptance of them can often be beneficial. While logic may bring order to a chaotic array of ideas, it does not guarantee rational decision-making. In fact, Nietzsche believed that thinking was not primarily based on rational considerations, but on the potential to generate a mood of cheerful action, or what feels good. Daybreak, I-28. This belief underlies many seemingly irrational consumer behaviors studied in behavioral economics. For instance, people may fly to Las Vegas to visit their friends, blackjack and the one-armed bandits, despite the low probability of winning. Despite recognizing the distortions and simplifications involved in logical cognitive operations, Nietzsche still found the phenomenon of holy simplification to be remarkable, but nothing to be proud of. Beyond 2:24. He believed that humans live in a strange simplification and falsification of reality, making everything around them appear clear, free, easy, and simple. In conclusion, Nietzsche viewed thinking and logic as essential tools for the preservation of life, but he also acknowledged their limitations and distortions. He believed that useful assumptions were more important than objective truth, and that thinking was primarily driven by a desire for action rather than rational considerations. Despite its limitations, logic helps bring order to a chaotic array of ideas, grouping what fits together and letting what is inconsistent perish.